stop what you're doing right now. Do not summon for Dr. Ratio. It is going to be maybe one of the worst decisions you can make on your account. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Also, what we're going to talk about is some giveaway information for 2.0. And finally, we have a new room today. And if you guys can guess what room we're in today, I will give you a free little Welkin slash a $5 express pass on Honkai Style Rail for the first person that guesses whose room we're in today. We're going to be changing this room until we get an actual room set up here in this new room I'm in. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and talk about all of the reasons on why you shouldn't be summoning for Dr. Ratio. But before that, I want to give a few brief reasons on why you might want to summon for Dr. Ratio, because these are a lot harder to find for me anyways, and they're very short, so let's go ahead and go through them. First of all, if you only have links for a sustained character and you have Natasha on your account because you get it for free already, maybe this banner is not going to be the worst for you, right? Getting some extra Eidolons for Natasha could definitely help her out, and this could be, by all means, be really good. This is really only for early game players, because most late game players either have a Japard, they either have a Bailu, they have a Hoa, they have a Locha, they have a Fushuan, they have a lot of other sustain options. And if you have any other sustain option on your account, then this is null and void. But if you're just starting out and you really for some reason need that sustain character, then this might be the thing to pull for. But if you're going into MOC, you probably already have multiple different sustain characters, unless you just got really unlucky like I said before. Now let's hop into reason number 2 now. You need a single target DPS for physical. If you don't have Luca, then I think Sushang is going to be the next best option. I'm not going to lie, Sushang is pretty good, but she's not better than Luca at E6. If you're comparing both at E6, I think Luca is better than Sushang is. If we're comparing early Eidolons, then I think Sushang is going to be better than Luca. And then finally, if you just want Eidolons for Dr. Ratio, this could be another sure shot option for you. His E1, it gives extra crit rate, it gives extra crit damage. I believe it gives an extra 10% crit rate and extra 20% crit damage, which is actually a pretty big buff. And he also will start off with at least 4 of these stacks, because it'll be increasing the stacks to 10 stacks you can get, because before it's 6 stacks from his talent or whatever, or one of his traces you can get. You can look at game if you haven't beaten it already to see all of his Eidolons, but this would be the only way I would recommend summoning on his banner. But now let's go ahead and hop into why you shouldn't be summoning. First of all, the most obvious one, we get him absolutely for free. This is a perfect opportunity for you to save your Jades. They are giving him to you for free, which allows you to save your Jades for 2.0, because that's where they want you to spend. They don't care about you spending in version 1.6, right? That's why they put Kafka there. Kafka is the main banner unit. That's the character they want to sell. If you want to pull Kafka, then fine. I'm making a video on is Kafka still worth it. Me personally, I'll just give you my heads up first analysis here. I don't think it's really worth pulling for Kafka unless you're going for Black Swan. That's just my opinion on that. But if you don't like dot characters, don't pull for her. But that is the main selling point. You get Dr. Ratio for free. There's not really much value with the banner itself. We'll get into more of that in a second here, because we're going to go as a character-by-character breakdown as far as 4 stars go on this banner to really talk about it. But yes, you get them absolutely for free. They want you to save your Stellar Jades for version 2.0 when Black Swan and Sparkle come out. They want you to spend everything there, because they're giving 2 really hype units there. That's where they want all of your Jades and all of your money to go. Trust me on that. Or Kafka, like I said before. But with kind of on the same topic as this, let's go ahead and hop into reason number 2 now. E1, guys, is not as good as a new character. As I brought up to my point before, you should just save for 2.0 or even Kafka. If you don't have Kafka, that is. Characters are just inherently better than an Eidolon of a character, right? It doesn't matter if you get E1, E2, E3, E4, E5. Getting a new character allows a new vertical you can play. It allows someone else you can add to a team to maybe help you get out of a sticky situation. It can just help your account so much by pulling on a new character versus an Eidolon. Since you're getting him completely for free, it would eliminate any reason realistically to summon on that banner, because let's think about it, right? His E1, if you were to get E1, does give him a 10% crit rate buff and a 20% crit damage buff. That's great, but it's not as good as a completely new character or a light cone. You could even go summon for his light cone and get him E0S1, and that would be much more beneficial to not just him, but the hunt class as a whole. For any of your other hunt characters, his light cone will work well on any of them. So, I mean, this is other options you can get rather than pulling him. His E1 is strong, it's good, it gives him pretty good base stats if you're attacking debuff enemies, and overall, at the end of the day, a new character is always better than getting an Eidolon for a character, right? I don't care if you're going for E2 Danny to get the ultimate into a big attack, right? it's still better to go for this. And I don't think there's a character in the game where getting an Eidolon for them is better than getting a brand new character. So with the main reasons of the 5 stars out of the way now, or the 5-star out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the 4 stars on the banner, because they're pretty piss poor as well. It's Natasha, Hook, and Sushang. They're bad. I'm not gonna lie, you can go look really in the tier list and see where Natasha's at in that tier list. First of all, you get Natasha completely for free just by playing the game. And on top of that, keep this in mind here, you get a Lynx for free from beating difficulty 2 of Pure Fiction. So you get a better healer off rip for free just by playing the game. It's not even like a time limited thing. You just get her for free, dude. Like, I don't know, like I don't see any sense of building Natasha anymore. The only thing Natasha has is a cleanse, a single cleanse on a skill, meaning she is more skill point negative because you're having to use skills to actually cleanse the debuff, and you get some healing off of that as well. With Lynx, you just pop an ult and it cleanses 1 debuff of everyone from the team, which is much more beneficial in a lot of situations. Kafka can dominate multiple people, she would eliminate all that. When you face the bugs, they put Wind Shear on all of your characters. She would eliminate all that. So I really just don't see a point of pulling for Natasha or really investing much into Natasha, since we do get a free Lynx in the game. Now let's hop into our second worst character on the banner, which would be Hook. Hook is fine. I prefer Asta more, I'm not gonna lie. Really the only thing Hook has, or the main bad thing with Hook, is that she has a lot of requirements, right? You need to build some effect hit rate into her, you need attack built into her, you need crit rate built into her, you need crit damage built into her, you need speed built into her. You need a lot of things built into her. On top of that, you need her ultimate. You have to pop her ultimate off for her to get most of her damage. Most of her damage comes from her enhanced basic attack, or enhanced skill attack. I don't know. I think it's enhanced skill attack. Anyways, besides the point. Most of her damage comes from that, and if you're not able to consistently get the ult, then you're gonna have a rough time. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're gonna have a really rough time, because then it comes to a choice of, do I run attack percent rope or do I run an ERR rope? And then you run into diminishing returns, because now you're losing out on a lot of attack because you want to get that ult up, but now you can't do as much damage with the ultimate because you rely everything on the ultimate and also burning the enemy. So you do need to have a certain amount of effect hit rate to actually burn the enemy. Yeah, but going into some of her Eidolons now, her first Eidolon is okay. It gives you a 20% damage bonus to your enhanced skill attack. So once you get through the loops and holes of actually getting that ultimate off, then yeah, you get a juicier enhanced basic attack. But until that point, it's not very good. I wouldn't say that Hook's early Eidolons are that good. Her E4 is pretty decent because you can actually, whenever you burn your main enemy, you have a chance to burn adjacent enemies as well. Meaning you have more of a chance to do more damage because all the enemies are burned already, or the adjacent enemies are burned. Meaning you don't have to really do as much to burn those extra enemies. It's kind of an easier time to play with her. Her biggest bonus though is at E6. It's just like Serval. At E6, she gets a pretty big damage bonus. Yeah, I mean, that's all I can really say about that. I don't think she's really good until E4, or decent until E4. She's pretty good at E6, so if you don't even have her close to E6, I don't think there's really any point of pulling for Hook, especially when you have a free Asta you can play with. And I think Break Asta, or just Asta in general, provides so much more support for the team. Even in fire scenarios or fire damage scenarios, you can build a Break Asta and just do more damage because your Asta just breaks and shreds through shields so easily. On top of that, she's giving attack bonuses and speed bonuses as well. So, me personally, even though Asta's a support, I think she's better than Hook. Now, let's hop into our final character here, which is Miss Sushang. And if you have an E6 Luca, for some reason, right? Say you have an E6 Luca. E6 Luca is just better than her, all around. I'm just going to say it. With breaks, with reprocking his bleed dots, he's just overall better. He applies vulnerability as well. But I will say this. She is the best character on this banner by far. You need her E1. I will say, her early Eidolons are great. The later Eidolons are okay. E6 is fine. It gives her a speed boost, right? Early Eidolons are needed. If you don't have an Argenti on your account, and she is, maybe you just have one copy of her, then it might be worth it just to pull for one copy, right? Because I think E1 of her could be really good and really beneficial. I think it outbeats or out DPS's Luca's early Eidolons. Luca's a lot better at high Eidolons versus her that's better at early Eidolons. So that's the only case that can really be made there. And that's my main problem with this, is the 4 stars on both of these banners are really not that good. Neither of these characters really help out Kafka at all. I don't see how any of these characters really help out Dr. Ratio at all, especially if you're a new player coming to the game. I don't know, right? I think Sushang, like I said before, is the best option on this banner, and if that's the case, then just pull on the Kafka banner. Don't even pull on Dr. Ratio's banner, because get a new character instead of an eidolon for a character. For real, I mean, you have a new avenue of damage too with that. We're making a full video on Kafka, and is she still relevant? Is she still good? And that will come out in a couple days from now, or probably on the release. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. If you stuck around to this point in the video for the giveaway, guys, let's talk a little bit about the Black Swan giveaway we're going to be doing. Now, for version 2.0, I will be giving away one Black Swan completely for free. And all you have to do to enter that giveaway is going to be subscribing to this YouTube channel right here, because only like 93.7% of you guys are subscribed. And this guy right here posed a great question. He wonders why I don't have subscribers. I would love for you guys to tell me that in the comment section down below. Why don't you guys subscribe? Why don't the 93% of you guys subscribe? I would love to know. Number two, you'll need to join the Discord. If you join the Discord, you'll have access to all of our channels, of course, all of the videos coming out, and access to any giveaways that we do, because we do Welkin giveaways, or I guess Express Supply Pass giveaways, and Battle Pass giveaways, on top of character giveaways every once in a while. So you'll need to join the Discord, like I said before, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and 2 weeks before release, we'll put the giveaway up. More information, though, will be out closer to her release, probably after the dev live stream, when we figure out when she's coming in the banner rotation, because I don't know that. I don't look at leaks. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Please subscribe. Come on. Black Swan? Easy clap? Come on, free Black Swan. Anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comment below. Why don't you guys subscribe to the channel? I would love to know that too. Anyways, bye guys. See you later. Bye-bye. Toodaloo.